guys, this is Mist and I am back with another WoW video. And lately there's been some people from the stream and some people not necessarily from the stream that have been returning to WoW, or some people have been brand new players that have never touched WoW in their life. So I figured I would do a quick little WoW intro. People who have been playing for a bit, this is going to be general knowledge, but I think it's important for a new player to know these little things, because the smallest little thing can help a new player out. So we'll start with the basics, which would be creating a character. So I'm pretty sure you guys are fully aware on how to create a character, but right now I'm maxed, so basically 12 characters is maxed on each server, and you can have 50 all around. So once you have 50, you're basically going to be forced to start deleting characters. Okay, so here we go. Basically, the next thing is your keys and control. This is basically a mouse and keyboard type game, so the controls are fairly easy. One big thing I would go into the options and do when you first start is go into your options, which is escape on your keyboard. Go into interface and click on the auto loot, and that will make that a lot better and basically help you on the looting. If you're using no add-ons, I would go into the action bar and click on some of these, which will give you can't see them because I'm using add-ons, but they will, the right bar will give you some action bars at the right, and then the bottom and left will allow you to have more on your screen. The social tab, if you're tired of seeing people come online, you can change that. I don't really care, but I did knock off the broadcast updates. I got tired of seeing people changing their broadcasts, so I did checkmark that one off. And this shouldn't be checked off default wise, but definitely keep it off. And yeah, that's about it for that. So next is the spell book, which should be P. Yeah. So hotkey P for spell book, or you can just go into your bar and click it. It'll be the book. Now keep in mind, my overlay is a little different here. I guess I could have knocked out, I could have just disabled the add-ons for this video, but you'll have a book that's at the bottom here if you're not using the add-ons. So there's your spell book, your general stuff in that tab. Professions, you can grab professions at, should be level 5. Starting quests, I don't believe there's too much to say really regarding questing. When you first hop in the game, they're going to put you right into the questing. You'll be in your starting zone till, I would say, till between level 10 and 20. Usually by 20 you're leaving it. There is quest tracking, so you can definitely do that. That's on the map. On the map there is this tracking right here, and you can track, whatever you want to track there. Okay, so for the dungeons, there would be random. It would be this one, the Random Legion. You're not going to see heroics for a while. And then while we're in this menu, Raid Finder is what we call LFR in the game, and that you will not see LFR stuff until you're max level. And the pre-mades, usually it's max level or world quest type stuff. Okay, so next up is, well, I guess once you start doing dungeons, you'd be partying up. So grouping up is can be a fun thing to do, as it is in all games. But really, you know, a WoW can be a bit of a grind. So having people with you definitely will help you enjoy the game a little more. There's a few checklists that you go by when you're going into a dungeon. I wouldn't go in until you're comfortable with your role, no matter whether it be DPS, tank, or heals, especially if it's tank or heals. With the tanks, I feel it's important that you know the dungeon, you know where you're going, and you know how to initiate the fights and hold on to aggro and all that. Healers, I feel it's important that you know your abilities well enough that you can keep an entire party alive. And DPS, one big thing with DPS is that you're never the first to attack. So you wait for the tank to initiate battle, and then you go in and you're attacking the tank's target after he's, you know, gone in, got his aggro on it, and all that. And that's really it for the dungeon part. There is also the PvP tab. So you can also level that way, and you can level through battlegrounds, and yeah, make arenas if you want at a later stage. If you're ever looking for anything, you can click one of these guards and they will tell you where you can go. Like, say we want to go to the barber. I'll actually show you the barber anyway. So we click the barber. On our map down here, you see the red. That's where the barber is. And then as you get there, it'll just take off the flag. So here's the barber. And this is also a cool thing they added in. This hasn't always been part of the game, but they did add it in. So you hop in a chair and you can totally change, like, let's see, hairstyle. You can change the color. You know, you can change a bunch of stuff. So yeah, we're not going to, because I like how my character is, but there's also that. And it's fairly cheap, doesn't cost much. Guilds is another big thing to keep your eye out on as well. I am guilded right now on this character, so I cannot totally show you what the menu looks like, but basically your guild tab, which will look like, where is the guild tab? I don't even know where it is in this section. But here's the guild. But your guild tab is going to be grayed out because you're not in a guild. So then at that point, you will have a list of guilds come up. It'll be like this. It's their recruiting message, basically. And you can join any one of them. Some are more designed around raiding. Some are like everyone, kind of like mine. Mine, I recruit. Our main recruiting message is for raids, but we take everyone. Like, there's people leveling at low level in the guild. There's people there more after guild weekly stuff, and yeah, and the guild weekly stuff is this stuff. We're slacking a little this week, but we still have a few days before the weekends. But yeah, that's the weekly stuff there. So guilds can definitely help you. There's I'll show you the guild vendor. This is the one in Stormwind, but there's the guild vendor that offers you some BOA stuff. So definitely BOA stuff is one big reason you can get some mounts through some of them. So yeah, and I will show you that does kind of bring up a good point, is that BOAs are pretty important as well. So what we'll do is I'm just gonna, while we're blabbing here, I'm gonna get us over to Ironforge, because that's where your main bunch of BOAs will be. And I will also be setting up a video for the expansions. The expansions, at this point in the game, I find you're really not in the expansion areas very long. But I'll still do a quick video on that. There is one other thing I feel is important for new players that I didn't discuss, and the reason I didn't is because I'm gonna throw it into a whole different video, and I think it'll be the next video. And that would be the add-ons. There is add-ons in the game that you probably should have while you're leveling. There's some you really don't necessarily need till you start raiding, but there are definitely some you should start out with, and I will do that in another video. Okay, so right here I'll open up my map so you know where I am. So Hall of Explorer in Ironforge, and this vendor here has a bunch of BOAs. Now, the biggest thing, and this is where it kind of messes up for some of the new players, with the ones that have been joining my guild from, streams or just knowing me, I've been giving them money to actually purchase these BOAs. A typical new player isn't going to have this kind of money on them. You're not going to have 500 gold, so this is something if you're coming into the game with money. Now, if you're not, I would just kind of suck it up for the first little bit, and maybe you'll need to do that one first character without it, and then when you go to do ults later on, you'll be able to have the BOA gear, because it really is not easy to get as a brand new player with no money and no one to help you out. But if you do, that is definitely where you go. And yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting some stuff just because it's such a, like, an intro into WoW is such a huge thing. There's just so much you can do in this game. And then as someone who's been playing for 13 years now, there's probably a lot of stuff I just overlook. So definitely, if you are new to the game and you have questions about anything, just leave a comment and I can answer them that way as well. And like I said, the next video will be, it'll be based around the add-ons that you need. So definitely check that out. Add-ons are a big part of the game. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.